Hello everybody, as you can see in the title, today we're gonna talk about having a skill and monetizing it. So let's get right into it, let's get right to the point without wasting any time. So, first of all, who is this video for? This video is for the people who already have a skill and just want to monetize that knowledge. So, how can you monetize a skill, any skill really, with the same exact method? You create a course. But let me be first to respond to those doubts that you have in your mind. I know what you think. Why would people spend their hard earned money for my course? Why would people buy any course really? It's very simple. But let me answer this with a question. What is the fastest and most efficient way to learn anything? Now, I made a bit of a mistake here because these two are not fast nor efficient. Let's see, with these methods, with these two, you can just learn, right? Let's say books. You want to learn a specific thing, a specific topic, and you use books for learning. Why is this method bad? Well, you buy a whole ass book and you need to read for like a few days or even weeks to understand what's in there. And because it's a book, it will have a lot of filler parts where you don't really even learn anything. It's just there so that the book doesn't look like this and it looks like this. So essentially, because of the length of the book, you need to put a lot of, like, the creator needs to put a lot of filler parts in the book. And because of this is a tedious and slow process. School. Why is school slow? You need to go there for years until you learn anything, any skill, any profession, anything. The fastest and most efficient way actually to learn anything in this life is by learning from someone. And how can you learn from someone? Well, you can learn from someone through a book if that person writes a book. You can learn from someone in school because you have teachers and professors. But the best way is from watching free content, for example, YouTube, or a course. But if I can learn from YouTube, why would I want to pay for anything? Like, that's the ideology of your customer. Why would anybody learn from a course that they have to pay for if there is the same information on YouTube for free? Well, it's very easy. YouTube has a lot of knowledge, but a lot of it is too broad and or is too slow. Because if you think about it, nobody will spend their free time, their precious free time, on creating a lecture or creating a tutorial for YouTube if they would not get paid for it. So yes, you actually watch a YouTube video for free, but it costs you your time because that person has to also make some type of money from his content. And this can go in a lot of ways. That person either has ads in his video, or that person has sponsorships. So now you have to sit through ads and sponsored segments because you want to watch everything for free. And another thing is YouTube has too much information. And more so, the longer a video is, I think the higher the CPM is on a video. So because of this, people tend to make long videos. They put a lot of filler parts and they try to be very, very slow when they talk so that, they can make the more, like they can milk that YouTube monetization, right? Why would someone pay for a course? Pretty straightforward. You can learn from an expert who has crafted a well thought out lecture. And you also get into a community where you can also ask questions. So let's break this down. When you pay for a course, the person who created the course doesn't need sponsored segments. The person that created the course doesn't need to show you ads throughout his video, because that money that would have come from sponsors and ads will now be the money that you have paid him. So basically, you pay what he would get from YouTube. So that's why he will only put in the most valuable information without any BS whatsoever, because you already paid him. You pay him basically to save you time, and time is one of the most precious things in this world. And the other thing is that a lot of people would not want to upload videos to YouTube, because they might be making a few videos about a certain topic until they teach you that thing, but uploading to YouTube generally takes a lot of time to actually get exposure and to have enough subscribers and watch hours in order to monetize it. So it's for someone who doesn't really want to do YouTube as well as selling a course, should only sell a course. I don't know if this was understandable or not, but I try to explain my points very clearly. So you will learn from an expert who has crafted a well thought out lecture which saves you time and only gives you valuable information. The other thing is that with a course you generally also get into a community. And the beautiful part about a community is that in that community will be like-minded people who want to learn the same things that you want to learn. And if a person is even one step further than you are, you can learn from that person. And I think that a community is lots of times the reason people join a course or buy a course, because they get to talk to people who have been through the struggles that they are going through. You don't know what you don't know. When you pay for somebody to tell you everything that they know about something, they will tell you the things that you didn't realize you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. This is an age-old question. This is an age-old saying, and that's why people generally pay for courses. If an expert has already paved the way, you can get information that would probably not be on a platform like YouTube. Yes, people don't want to share valuable secrets for free, because that person who will post YouTube videos will get, like, if you watch that video, he will get his money for it, right? Even if he tells secrets or not. But if someone made a course that is a paid course, you can be certain that that person will tell you some secrets, some tips and tricks on how to get to your results faster, because you paid for that information. And in conclusion, a course is faster, more efficient, tailored specifically for your needs, and you can ask questions. These are 4 reasons why courses are more efficient and are generally more efficient for learning than any other way of learning. Yes, it costs a bit of money, but people tend to buy courses because it saves them time and effort. And so it's a no-brainer then that in an economy which is getting more and more digitalized, and information is one of the most valuable assets a person can have, of course that they will make a course about it. And a lot of people think that the people who create courses about a certain topic there's this saying that, for example, with dropshippers, if a dropshipper made a course about dropshipping, the way they make their money is by selling the course, not doing the dropshipping. And I don't necessarily agree with that reasoning, because let's say that a dropshipper makes like $500,000 a year, which is a lot of money, right? But by creating a course, they maybe make an additional $10,000 on top of their already well working business plan. So it's a no-brainer. Like, you spend a weekend on creating a course maybe, and you can just get some passive income additionally on top of your already successful business. Like, it's a no-brainer. I don't understand this reasoning of people saying that, oh, if it sells a course, then that's how they make. No. Like, yes, they will make money with the course, but it's not necessarily their only source of income, right? So again, if you have a skill and you want to monetize it, start selling courses. More and more people are demanding courses, and this is a demand that's only going to grow with this overly digitalized world. Digital products are working better than any time in history, especially courses. So I think that there are either of two outcomes. You either watch as how courses start to rise and people buying courses are becoming more and more frequent, or you can be the person who makes the course and gets a percentage of that big pie. I don't know about you, but if I have a skill that I could monetize like this, I would probably be the second person, because, like, why sit on the sidelines when you can be in the action? So that being said, I hope this video was helpful for you all, and see you in the next one. Bye.